Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for giving this voice. My name is Gawel Solosky from Bingo University. I will talk today about ectopic fermentation system. What is ectopic fermentation system? Ectopic fermentation system is the fermentation that goes from manure of wastewater treatment and seed that goes automatically, so by itself. It's also work by Pentano from Italy in Naples University, but mostly by 2013. But my today talk is based on the Professor Young that defined more exactly this state. So I will talk today about ectopic fermentation, basic of his two articles, fermentation performance optimization in an ectopic fermentation system, and improvement of carbon source composition reduces antibiotic resistance germs in an ectopic fermentation system. Both work is for Professor Yang, Xiaotang Yang, from University of Fuzhou in China, and these are based in 2018. It is shown that mostly in thermophilic bacteria comes the fermentation by itself. He was using several types of swine pig cow manure, cow dung. In case of using the thermophilic bacteria, he observed that in pH from 7 to 9, there is a big increase of Bacillus thermophilic bacteria can be acute. It helps to fermenting quite efficiently the fermenter with production of humic acid, if case of lignin, and in production of some acid, lactate. But this is the main process is that high reduction of waste, and by some part by itself it is by manure. So the experiment was going in both experiment in 9 fermenters of 50 centimeters square scale and 1 pilot scale in 2 liter square. Well, mostly by bacillus bacteria of thermophilic kind. We have 3 particles: the pH water, the maize, and cow dung was by this stage was 20% reduced. So less than in case of, for example, gelatin, but was very interesting. It was very cheap. No extra addition. Just putting it to the fermenter, and this cold because we don't take any bacterial insert by itself from cow dung that was in wastewater. It is called by Professor Young ectopic fermentation. Similarly, the pentado from Italy makes from wastewater, but he didn't continue his treatment because his in case was Imperatiado was working for hydrogen production and wasn't very high. And but in case of Professor Young, he was thinking about not exactly for especially for dark fermentation, but simply ectopic fermentation, which gaining some products and dessert. He discerned then that this thermophilic can be more stable to resistant to antibiotics because the all trouble in biogas and drug fermentation is that the sewage management bank, Kodak, and swine manner sometimes after extraction by animals still works, killing the bacterial layer in bioreactors. So he find that if we add to this menu of antibiotics some mixed powder with rice husk sawdust and addition of rotten white root fungi and the enzyme after eating so the eating this husk sawdust was after the treatment of this white rot what let's say yesterday 2 3 years ago. So we have here also preparation of using this latent cells but treated by fungi. So here we have that we add this lactase and sawdust to this reactor with manure. After some times, from this lignin, we get humic acid that is an over aromatic content from lignin, which is much can be used as reagent in some chemical compounds and also in gardening because it has some use. Also, the cellulose from lactate gives some production. Lactate, which is also can be used. Then we get agriculture stage, and we get the study that we can buy rice husk, and we was full antibiotics, didn't kill and didn't lactase didn't kill this. So in here we see that we can by this ectopic thermophilic to overcome to the antibiotics activity. Therefore, it is over. He didn't show how to recycle, because if this antibiotic can be during this fermentation taken and maybe is returned, then we can be disrest again to the pharmacy after some cleaning. So this here, as rice has sawdust, sowing dust was coming from beetroot. If we this two powder and add some after pretreatment of water, so giving some lactase, then we have addition that blocks antibiotics activity and resistance. So we can give these sawdust in this case ectopic fermentation and doesn't harm. So maybe I hope that we can use maybe in other and in other fermentation. Thank you very much for listening to me.